Welcome again to Shaborn West TV. This is Things We Need to Know Thursday. Every Thursday we have a video called Things We Need to Know Thursday, okay? So, person we're going to be talking about today is Sarah Rukter, the richest girl in the world, okay? So, to have an idea of who we're talking, this is Sarah right here. I don't know if you could see it clearly, but this is Sarah, okay? So, I'm just going to give you a little details about her. She was born on March 3rd, 1902 in India Territory, Oklahoma, US. She died on July 22nd, 1967 at the age of 65, okay? That was in Kansas City, Missouri. That's where she actually passed off, okay? So she was an African American member of the Muskogee Creek Nation. At the age of 12 years old, Sarah Rukter became the richest girl in the world. So of course, if you are 12 years old and you became the richest girl in the world, so we have to find out, how do you accomplish your wealth? How did that happen? And for a black girl in those times, in 1902, in those times, early 90s, that was difficult for you to even say rich or wealthy. So of course we're going to explain to you what happened and what she did and exactly how she became the richest girl in the world, okay? So Sarah's mother, Rose McQueen, her dad, Joseph Rukter, they were African American of the Creek Nation. Before the Civic War of the Creek Nation were listed as freedmen and the Downs Roll Act, the Treaty of 1866, which means they were entitled to land, okay? This treaty that was granted was given by the United States of America for the 5 civilized tribe, okay? I'm not sure what is that civilized tribe, but this is what was granted and this is what the treaty was signed for, okay? So nearly 600 black kids are of Creek freedmen, as they were called, was granted 160 acres of land. This was a mandatory process of integration between India Territory with Oklahoma Territory, okay, which were now called Oklahoma. So we have India Territory, okay, and we have Oklahoma Territory. So there was integration, so which means they're going to be combined together as one and just call it Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma. So this is how we have that state right now. So in that treaty of 1866, this is what happened, and that was what granted to Sarah Rukter and her family, okay? And that was mandatory for them. So they make good use of it, and exactly they utilize it in the right way, and they bring in their wealth, okay? So we just gonna continue. The land that was given to Sarah were located in Glenpool. This land were considered inferior, infertilized soil, which means this land is no good for farming, it's no good for nothing. It was a wasteland, okay? It was a dump land where they throw garbage and there was nothing there, okay? This was the land that they gave to her and her family in Glenpool, okay? So however, you know, it's early 90s, $30. Okay, so the government was charging her $30 in property tax, okay, which her dad could not afford. And he attempted to sell the land in court, and they ruled that he can't sell it because of certain restriction that was placed there and that land, okay? So alright, so this is why we have this program called Things We Need to Know Thursday. So when you heard about a person like Sarah Rector, that's someone that no one gonna tell us about, okay? We will never see this on the news, we will never hear this on the newspaper, nowhere whatsoever. We just have to research these people, and that's how I did my research, and I'm bringing it to you on this channel, Shavon Ras TV, okay? In February 1911, Joseph Rector leased Sarah land to an oil company which produced 2,500 barrel of oil a day, okay? So from that land that Sarah dad leased to the oil company, they were bringing in $300 every day. And remember what year we talking about. It's early 90s, like in the 19th century, 1902, and probably like 1913, 1915, 1911, okay? So you taking $300 a day, that's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money in those times, all right? And at that time, any black children or kids from the India Territory with significant amount of money and property was treated with respect by the government. That was a part of the treaty, okay? So they know these people, they know who they are, and they were treated with a lot of respect because of what happened, okay? So these people didn't have to go through a lot of humiliation, nothing like that, but it still happened. But they didn't have to go through all those stuff because of this treaty of 1866, okay? So as soon as Sarah began to receive this money from the oil company, there was pressure coming from white resident, okay? Then their name was TJ or JP Porter. They were trying to actually take Sarah away from her biological parents, okay, because of the wealth that she was accomplished that was coming into her. So they actually was trying to take her away so they could actually reap that benefit from her. And it didn't work, but you already know, as soon as you start to go up the ladder, these are the people who, when you were suffering, you will never see these people. They would never try to help you. But as soon as this happened, now they're trying to take her away from her rightful parents, okay? So Sarah property became part of the Kirshland Dump Right oil field, okay, which means they damage everything. They put it down, okay? They basically what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they damage the whole property, okay? And her oil company that was there, they're making sure that they get rid of everything. This is what they actually did, okay? And in October in 1913, Sarah received a royalty of $11,567,000, okay? Sarah Rector was already a millionaire by the time she was 18 years old. She owned stocks, she owned bonds, she owned houses, she owned businesses. She owned over 2,000 acres of prime river land by the time she was 18. So she accomplished a lot of stuff that no regular 12 years old, 18 years old in America receive or accomplish at that age, okay? And especially for a black female at that time. So that's something that we need to know. This is why I tell you things we need to know Thursday. These are the stuff that we need to know. So finally, Sarah had relocated, okay, she had relocated to Kansas City in Missouri, and that's where she spent the rest of her life and enjoyed the rest of her money and her wealth. And this is where she died at the age of 65. So if this video was educational to you or helpful, go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you press that like button, turn your post notification bell on, so next time we upload the next important video like this, you get it right there on your phone. So this is Shavon Ras TV, and I'll see you in the next video.